My first question, of course, is for Jason, and congratulations for the full frontal.
Thank you very much.
Nice. You got a congratulations.
Congratulations on the full
Nice.
frontal. Thank you very much. I do appreciate
Round of
that.
applause.
Every time it's like...
Congratulations for being one of the lucky ones that got to see it.
Okay. Every time the stakes are higher about what's going to happen to Jim. I remember the glue episode, of course, the pie. What about this one? How difficult was to make you say, okay, I'm going to go full frontal?
The truth is, it was easier than the pie scene. It has gotten progressively easier and easier for me to do these things because one, I have less and less dignity as I get older. Two, I have the luxury of knowing what works for these movies now. The more we do these, the more we come to understand what the audience is expecting from the characters, and so the stakes have been raised for Jim in particular when it comes to these set pieces. It's what is he going to do next? What kind of situation is he going to get himself into? And for me, creatively, one of the most important things for this film was having that quote-unquote pie scene. And I felt in earlier drafts it was missing, and it was missing, and it was something that John and Hayden, our writer-directors, and I were working on, and I kept pushing them for something, and I told them, I said, I'll do anything, and literally, as long as it works within the context of the movie. And John wrote me one day, and he was like, would you be willing to show your penis? And I was like, absolutely. Just what in what context? What's the deal? And he pitched it to me, and I was like, great. And we went back and forth and worked it out. And for me, it was about, that was one of the most important things for me, for Jim. That was like my big character note was, what is the pie scene? Because I just think that's important. Also,
and is it okay with Universal?
Ultimately, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
How difficult was to get the gang together? Was it as difficult as Ocean's 11 gang, or it was okay, like full pleasure? Can you tell me about it?
It's funny you ask that, because Brad Pitt wanted to come in and do this one. But ultimately we said no. We're like, Brad, it would be a little too jarring. Yeah. We don't want your kind here.
We don't want your kind.
we have enough handsomeness in our movie. We don't need any more. You guys,
I'm not quite sure of the whole process. I just remember getting the call and just being really excited about it.
Yeah, these the decision to make these movies and it comes from way above my pay grade. So I got the invitation to come and be a part of the reunion, and the only question I had was why not. Because I love making these movies, I love playing this character, I love working with these great people, and I was stoked from the get-go.
You guys sang together in the first movie. It was one of the sweetest scenes of the whole franchise. What are your memories towards that? And did you think about getting back for the fourth episode? For this episode?
I was very excited. When I worked on American Pie, that was the first studio film I'd ever done, and I remember we worked for about a week, I think, or 10 days, 7 to 10 days in the studio, practicing that song. And when I see it, it's pretty amazing that it's that long ago, but then in a sense it just feels like it was yesterday. But I was just really, really excited, nothing but grateful to come back.
I think Mena and I were so green at the time in terms of the way movies get made that we didn't have any experience otherwise. So being in a recording studio and working on a song for a movie at that time, for us it was just okay, this is what we get to do now. And that's pretty cool. We didn't know enough to judge it or to think too much about it. And that's kind of where a little bit of that just organic kind of kind of resonance that scene has is because we didn't know any better.
Very last question. Jason, you worked with Woody Allen. I want to know if Woody Allen picked you up for American Pie and if he's a fan of this franchise.
Apparently what he had cast me from was he had seen not all, and maybe he has since, but he had seen some of my scenes from American Pie, and his casting director had seen me do a play. So that I don't know about the franchise, but I guess he liked a couple of scenes that he saw. Or at least he thought I was nebbishy enough anyway. Maybe he didn't like the scenes, but...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.